aloof. Blades cutting air, fans in a roar. Players take flight, hearts outpour. Streaming passions can't ignore. Living the dream, always wanting more. Velvet night comes the true king. Streaming the anthem, warriors sing. In between the fine lines of glory's reign. This is the moment, let freedom sing. Every move a story written in sweat. Tales of triumph, no regret. Dream and intensity, can't forget. Midnight sports forever, I'll bet. Midnight sports under a digital moon. Streaming live feels like the truth. Champions rise in the heat of a tune. In the arena of the stars so aloof. Blades cutting air, fans in a low moon. Streaming live feels like the truth. Champions rise in the heat of a tune. In the arena of the stars so aloof. Blades cutting air, fans in a roar. Players take flight, hearts outpour. Streaming passions can't ignore. Living the dream, always wanting more. Velvet night crowns the true king. Streaming the anthem, warriors sing. In between the fine lines of glorious reign. This is the moment, let freedom swing. Every move a story written in sweat. Tales of triumph, no regret. Streaming passions can't ignore. Living the dream, always wanting more. Every move a story written in sweat. Tales of triumph, no regret. Streaming intensity, can't forget. Midnight sports forever, I'll bet. Forever, I'll bet. Forever, I'll swing. Every move a story written in sweat. Tales of triumph, no regret. Streaming intensity, can't forget. Midnight sports forever, I'll bet. Forever, I'll bet. Now cowards hit the Iceman, cold steel in our veins. Pop drops heads, roll glory in the game. Streaming lights, midnight fights, got you in a trance. Midnight sports, we're alive, this hockey's no chance. aloof. Blades cutting air, fans in a roar. Players take flight, hearts outpour. Streaming passions can't ignore. Living the dream, always wanting more. Velvet night comes the true king. Singing the anthem, warriors sing. In between the fine lines, a glorious reign. This is the moment, let freedom sing. Epic with a story written in sweat. Tales of triumph, no regret. Dream and intensity can't forget. Midnight sports forever, I'll bet.
This broadcast is streamed and produced by Midnight Sports. It is not affiliated with any hockey organization, club, or team. Midnight Sports is comprised of hockey parents who stream games for friends and family who cannot attend the games in person. Today's broadcast features D-Biz on production and camera and CDS on commentary. We hope you enjoy it. Hello and welcome on into the Aviator Sports and Events Center here in Marine Park, Brooklyn. We have a great one here for you today, but first it's a family reunion of sorts for us here on Midnight Sports. Team Doco back together and better than ever, of course. And so as we wait for the officials to join us on the ice, both teams ready at the rink doors, we can give you a preview of this one. It's the New York Stars coming in after a tough luck loss against the Nassau County Lions last weekend. And so looking to right the ship in this New York State Tier 2 18U game. And it's North Park Hockey coming in after a doubleheader down at Hatfield Ice in Colmar, PA. Sweeping the Genesis Hockey Club. First game 8-2, second game 2-1 in overtime. They were short bench then. They might be a little short bench tonight due to injury and absence. And so we will see what North Park has to offer. Of course, the Stars with injuries of their own. And so this should be a good and interesting game. And for it, we are going to be joined by the broadcasting prodigy here. You heard him last weekend on the mic. For the New York Stars, it's the big 22, Alec O'Day. Alec, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm getting better, but
what's the timeline right now?
Not 100% sure, but I'm thinking of being back to playing around January.
Any chance we see you in a Columbia Prep jersey this season?
I'm hoping there's I'm hoping there is a chance.
We are too up here in the booth. That's excellent news. All right, so you called the Nassau County Lions game last weekend. What did you see that the Stars can build off of from that game?
I mean, I think the first period and a half were very good, and then they kind of just had a second period meltdown. They gave up around 4 goals in the span of 5 minutes, so they just got to stay fundamentally sound for the entire game and not give up just 5-minute stretches like that where they just completely throw the game away.
Gotcha. Well, this is a New York State Tier 2 qualifying game here tonight. Stars have done well in qualifying games so far this season. There are a couple of teams right at the top of the standings, and of course, Stars would love to join them right at the top of the standings and be in that conversation come January. This is a North Park team that the Stars faced about a month and a half ago. North Park with what was maybe an upset win there, 7-4, but Alec, as you know, the Stars were missing several players for that game, including really their entire top line as it comes in here tonight. Still down 1 forward from that line tonight, it looks like. Yeah,
Nicolaitis, I don't think he's going to be playing tonight, and still a couple of defensemen out. Kotcher's out as well.
Gotcha. Well, the injury bug, that's that time of the season, right?
Viscoso as well.
All right, well.
But there are Latovsky. I don't think Latovsky played that game.
I don't think he had signed yet for that game, and I'm not sure O'Leary was at that game either.
Yeah, and the two of them can make a pretty big difference. So
that's they were state qualifiers last year on the 18U team, and certainly they can be the straw that stirs the drink out there tonight, and so we shall see. We've got a good one ahead of us here, and we're going to let you listen to some royalty-free music with 2.5 minutes left to go in the warm-up period, but you're not going to want to miss a moment of this one, folks. We got Big Alec O'Day on the mic. We've got the Stars and North Park coming up next on Midnight Sports. All right, just 27 seconds left to go in the warm-up period. Alec, you've been out there for countless warm-ups for state games. The players are going to collect the pucks, but they're going to stand around the nets as well. Walk us through what's going on when everyone's at the net.
Well, you kind of just go over the general game plan. A lot of stuff that I probably shouldn't say on air is said by the net. So
gotcha. It's as much a hype up moment as it is
absolutely
a strategy moment. Very good. Would it be similar to what I say about drivers that go slightly faster than me or slightly slower than me when I'm on the BQE?
Yeah, probably.
Got it.
Probably.
Sounds like every single person out there watching this that's ever driven a vehicle has a good sense of what might be going on at the nets. The teams will skate on over to the benches. Is that when you find out, who Coach O'Brien, for instance, is going to throw over the boards for the first shift?
Typically he tells us in the locker room, but not always, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So lineups announced typically in the locker room, and looks like based on the warm-ups, might be Johnny Weiss in goal here for the Stars.
Yep.
And it looks like, based on gear being worn, it'll be Ryan Speaker in net facing his own old team and trying to avoid the ignoble distinction of being on the losing end of this matchup twice on different teams.
Yeah, that would be...
It would certainly be a statistic you don't see too often. All right, North Park first to break the huddle. They'll skate back over to their bench to get their instructions. Stars already getting them from Coach O'Brien, reminding the team, of course, this is a state qualifier, not an EJ game, not an LIHL game. And what that means for everybody at home is we'll have 3 15-minute periods. The teams will switch sides at each intermission. North Park will be moving left to right on your television screen or radio dial if you're just listening in the first and third periods. Of course, the Stars will be moving that same direction during the period of the long change. And looks like we have 4 officials here tonight. Alec, I don't know if you made a call to make sure this one's closely officiated.
Brendan better be careful.
Fair enough. There are going to be 4 sets of eyeballs on this one. Of course, only the folks wearing the orange armbands can call a penalty. But as you know, in youth hockey, the officials all talk to each other. And so they'll be on the lookout. Looks like for the Stars, it'll be the Blonick line first over the boards, flanked by Bizarro and Latovsky. And it'll be the Tenenbaum line with Keyworth and Vigliani as the wingers. North Park trying to win that face-off forward. Stars through Bizarro, able to pump it in. Klocek works it on over, all the way over toward Halpern, who works it into the neutral zone. Stars try to intercept. It's dumped in by North Park. Out of his cage is Weiss to slow it down for O'Leary. O'Leary surveys his options, works it up to Bizarro up the left wing. Bizarro dumps that into the neutral zone. He was looking and nearly found Latovsky on the home run pass at the North Park blue line. Instead, the home team in white dumps it in for Tenenbaum. First shot on goal, seen by Weiss all the way. Deflects it to the corner, follow up by Keyworth, saved by Weiss. And a little after action there, just 34 seconds in.
2 nice saves by Weiss there.
Hey, hung tight to that near post very well. And all the goaltenders will tell you, Alec, you know as a defender, sometimes those first shots are the toughest to get into the game.
Yeah, I know as a goalie too.
That's exactly right. A man with experience at all positions in hockey. And so this will be fair out, picking up the puck in the neutral zone, working it up the ice, straight up. He finds Meyerowicz, who's returning to this game from injury. It'll be Grebin firing on the puck in the far corner. Samosi to try and pick up the loose change, works it to the far corner. But the Stars able to emerge with it. They'll kick it forward. This will officially be a shot on net. Speaker's just going to cover it up and give just a little shin tap there to Bergman. The former teammates with big smiles on their face. Bergman thought about giving him the ice wash and didn't do it. Doesn't want the officials to send him to the box early on.
Speaker's pads look really nice with this jersey, I gotta say.
All right, we've already had a fit check. This is the Stars, though, firing in. Speaker kicks that aside. Not sure he knew much about it. It was a screen shot, but it was a leg save, and they all count the same. Now North Park in full flight. Samosi found in the slot, but it was Bergman on the back check who did very well to separate Samosi from the puck. Druta finds it, works it around to the far side. This is Halpern now, pinching all the way in to try and pull that puck off the end boards. Ramos pushes him wide, rolling puck to the near side, collected by the visitors, and they look to get it up and out of the zone, but held in by Klocek at first, but look out, here comes Rosick all the way to the offensive blue line. It was held there momentarily until Druda's able to
Nice job by Druda stepping up there.
prevented any rush in the other direction by North Park, and now the Stars have the puck in the zone, but it was tapped out by Meyerowicz. Stars will have to go back and collect through Gorloff, who's got his defensive partner O'Leary back there with him. This is Izikov now trying to work the puck farther. Sweeney and Finkelstein in the way at first, but turning now is Farrow. He's got some pressure on him, works it up strong side. Stars keep it in the zone, spilled off a stick, still down low. It's Sweeney able to work that up to the blue line. Stars dump it in. It's a delayed offside. They'll have to tag up as Tanoff with some time and space, but it'll be Davios putting pressure on the puck. There goes the whistle. Probably a fair call there by the linesman. Davios didn't get stick on puck, but pressured North Park enough for the whistle to go. Alec, what's the communication out there like on a delayed offside? Guys yelling to each other or just hard to hear?
Sometimes you just don't get the memo. Davios just didn't really hear the linesman there.
Sure.
It's all right, it happens.
Decent amount of noise in the rink in the early going. It's the Stars dumping in once more. The Matovsky line back out there as this one fired in from distance. You can tell Speaker's amped up. He had come way out of the blue paint on a shot that was always going wide. O'Leary now has to skate back into his own zone. Works it up the left wing for Bizarro. Chipped all the way across. A wonderful diagonal. Turns it into a 2-on-1. It was Farrow getting down though, and he was able to gum up the centering pass, and now the puck over towards Sweeney. Held in though by O'Leary once more. Bouncing puck found by Tanoff, and he directs it out of the zone for the Stars to collect in the neutral zone. All the way across the logo, fired way in, comes in on Speaker. He just taps it aside over toward Farrow. Farrow thinks about using the curved glass, comes up to the Stars here, chipped all the way across, sent wide by Bizarro, and that might be the only freebie Speaker gets from his own old teammates there as that puck just rolled off a stick. North Park in a bit of a hurry, dumps it all the way down for an icing.
I like the idea there from Bizarro going to the backhand, but just kind of rolled off the stick.
Well, since they were about 10 years old, Bizarro has always had Speaker's number in close, and it looked like it was the last-ditch attempt by the North Park defender that had made Bizarro rush there. This will be Rosick, though, winning the face-off forward, collected by Halpern, sent all the way around the curved glass and just out of the zone. Now Vigliotti to try and track down. That puck was tipped on the zone exit, and so no icing called here. Getting all the way back is Ramos to prevent any shot attempt by North Park. Puck sits in the near corner. It's the Stars controlling up the center of the ice, but Vigliotti able to pull a pass and dump it in deep once more. The give and go doesn't connect, that is, as Ramos works it around far side. Vigliotti stick on puck, settled by Halpern, fired in. Shot wide of the cage. It hits the curved wall, comes around to the near half wall. Keyworth able to dump it in just a bit deeper. Stars collect, send it to the far side. Halpern keeps the zone, dumps it in once more, but it's picked up by Ramos, who chips it forward. Now Keyworth in the slot, shot in, takes a deflection wide of the cage. Klocek's pinched all the way in to keep the puck in the zone. And it's the Stars, though, emerging with it. Getting back in a hurry is Klocek to join Halpern. It's a 3-on-2 if the Stars hurry, but they need to make a change as that puck comes to the side of the cage. Thrown out front. Look out. O'Leary has it. Top of the slot. Speaker gets enough of the stick on it to put it up into the netting. Boy, something from nothing there for the Stars.
Yeah, Bergman got to that puck behind the net and just sent it to the middle, and North Park players just lost track of the defenseman O'Leary creeping in.
Well, they don't call him no replay O'Day for nothing. That's exactly what happened and what our viewers at home saw. But Alec doesn't miss when he's telling you about a play. That one comes up off the dasher and out of the zone. A nice break there for North Park as O'Leary on a quick up. Looks like it missed all sticks, but no arm raised, and so icing already washed. It'll be Farrow to pick up in his own end. Tries to work that puck up. Look out. It was the dangling stick by Tenenbaum to cut out the threat. The Stars nearly in on that. It's North Park desperate to get this puck up and out. Tanoff finds Grebin. Nice touch pass to Tenenbaum. But it was Grebin just a step offside. And so, with 10 minutes even left to go in the first, these teams still feeling each other out just a little bit. Now it's Gitman at the dot, wins it back into his own zone to be picked up there by O'Leary. Head fake, he'll carry it back in, and then the long diagonal pass connects, but Halpern first on it at center ice. He dumps in towards Samosi. Stars able to work that up to the blue line. Tenenbaum just touches it a bit far, but a bouncing pass deflected in, and it looked like Weiss got a pad on it to send it to the end boards. Now Samosi harasses Gorloff there in the corner as the Stars try to work it out on the near side. Hitting, picking up just a little bit as Grebin lays a shoulder at that near half wall. It'll be Halpern keeping the puck in the zone. Fires it across, deflection on net. Weiss with a huge save, but then a score. Well, Weiss with a huge save in front, but it was Grebin able to find the rebound first. And on the backhand, put it up and over the Stars netminder's shoulder. And Alec, I'm sure you'll agree, sometimes there's just nothing you can do about that after making an amazing...
That was a really good initial save there, but kind of just an unfortunate rebound popped right to the North Park player.
All right, it's North Park taking that face-off win. Soft dumping, icing washed. North Park getting a favorable call there, maybe a home team call by the officials on that soft dump, and it was from in front of the North Park bench. And if North Park makes something out of this, the Stars will have every right to complain. It's Druda all the way back, going to work it over toward Ramos, near side of the ice. Klocek pinches all the way in, but Pizarro able to avoid the pressure at first, and it'll be Ramos on a quick up. Look out as the Stars looking to try and get in to the North Park zone. And an odd man rush, nearly connected on that. Instead, it'll be Finkelstein gaining the line, dumping on in. Turning is Druda with Finkelstein. Weiss out of his cage. Nice stick work there to work it over to Ramos, who cycles it back to the other side, looking for Latovsky. But instead, it's Farrow pinching all the way inside of the cage. And it'll be Weiss kicking that one out. Now Bizarro in full flight. He's going to find Latovsky. Here come the Stars all the way around. Sweeney pushed wide. Speaker gets down. And that rebound sat in front. Well, I wouldn't say it was a carbon copy, but it certainly was. Another tight angle shot saved by the goaltender, and then the rebound sat out front and was tucked home with relative ease.
A really nice breakout by the Stars there. Starts all with Johnny Weiss stopping the puck behind the net, giving it to Ramos. And then just a great breakout. Latovsky shot it from the sharp angle, and
it was almost a pass by Latovsky.
Yeah, rebound popped out right to Bizarro, and he did not miss this one.
Well, I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so. Bizarro always has Speaker's number in close, and so now the Stars looking to add more, as this will be Gorloff gaining the line, dumping all the way in, and Tanoff fires on the puck to work it around to the near side. Look out, that's O'Leary laying the wood on Vigliotti, and now Bergman stalks to the side of the cage. Speaker gets down, makes a save, sticks it to the end boards. Bergman pays a price for the shot, but it's a price he'd be happy to pay every time. Look out, it was Rosick who laid out Vigliotti there. It's a delayed call right now, but the Stars will touch up, and we'll pause for a moment as Vigliotti stays down on the ice.
Vigliotti's a really big guy. It's really tough to knock him off his feet, but yeah.
Well, O'Leary had him sized up there pretty well, and looks like Vigliotti skating off under his own power, and so that'll be 2 for roughing undoubtedly here to O'Leary. 7:32 left to go in the first period. The officials just discussing, it looks like, with O'Leary what the call is, as he may have a question or two. But we're all knotted up at 1 here, halfway through the first period. And we expect 2 minutes on the board. There it is, excuse me. Goes up for Rosick instead of O'Leary. So here we were up here in the booth saying it was O'Leary. Our apologies there to him. And it was Rosick who's going to end up in the box. I'm sure the viewers were screaming at me that it was not O'Leary in the box. In any event, it's a power play for North Park, and the shot hits the curved glass, comes all the way down into the North Park zone. This will be Halpern on the puck behind his net. North Park looks to set up the breakout through Keyworth up the left wing. It's Keyworth all the way across the logo now, carrying that puck forward. He gains the line, dumps on in. Grebin fires on it toward the end boards. Ramos, body bare, able to keep his feet though and work it to the far side of the ice for Halpern to settle. Halpern to Keyworth, back to Halpern. Halpern just passes it across the blue line now, back up to Halpern from Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum down low to Keyworth, tight angle shot all the way across. And it'll be Tenenbaum picking it up top of the near circle. 1:11 left to go on the man advantage here. No shots on goal just yet for North Park as Halpern stalks in with the puck. He's given a little space there, and he'll curl and send it to the bumper, and Grebin,
nice
who
block.
hits a stick. It was a very nice shot block. Look out. That could have gone down for a hooking. It's going to go down for a hooking there. As North Park will go to the box, and we're going to have some 4-on-4 hockey here, Mr. O'Day, with 53 seconds of 4-on-4 coming up. Grebin to the box for a hook with 6:25 left to go in the first. Well, looks like Coach O'Brien sending Russo, Latovsky, Gorloff, and O'Leary out there. It's kind of an interesting combo of folks for him to decide from. All very good skill players out there for the Stars. But of course, they had just been killing a penalty, and so might not have been penalty killing unit number 1 necessarily.
A lot of room in 4-on-4.
Now I'll avoid making any dad jokes about vanilla ice, but I might say ice, ice, baby later if something happens here. 25 seconds of 4-on-4 left. As icing washed there, Speaker thought it was going to be called, but North Park gets back to cut out the threat. Samosi throws it all the way across, and now this will be Halpern curling with the puck. 11 left to go, then an abbreviated power play for the Stars. It'll be just over a minute, that power play, as North Park tries to settle this down long enough to then dump it in to the offensive end. Right now, though, it's Samosi 2-on-2 with Finkelstein into the offensive end. All right, 5-on-4 here for the visitors from Coney Island as they'll pick up the puck behind the net, but look out. Another penalty called here, a cross check.
Russo?
They're pointing at him, and he does have the who me look on his face as he takes the skate over to the box. Now it goes down for cross-checking. And Alec, if you like 4-on-4 hockey, you got another 57 seconds coming up right here.
Yep.
It'll be Bologna, Pizarro, Ramos,
Druda.
and Druda, looks like. Tenenbaum, Tanoff, Meyerwich, and Farrow as the 4 for North Park, but look out. Pizarro in full flight here. It's a break for Dominic Pizarro. He tries to come in. Speaker with the big save. There's a penalty being called here. We could have 4-on-3. No pointing at center ice just yet, as that's about the tightest non-penalty shot call you're going to get out there. Tanoff was on Pizarro's shoulder. Two guys that have known each other since they were about 8 years old. And so it's Tanoff to the box.
That's what happens when you have 4 refs.
No truth to the rumor that they're getting paid by the call in this one, but 4-on-3 hockey. If you thought there was a lot of ice out there, ice, ice, baby. 4-on-3 coming up for 42 seconds. And that face-off won by the Stars, worked over near side from O'Leary toward Ramos. Ramos fires in. Speaker fights that one off, handcuffed a little by the shot. Halpern able to send that off the dasher all the way down. Of course, no icing now that it's 4-on-3. The numbers aren't even, and so, unless it were a 6-on-5 situation, there's icing washed for the penalty-killing unit. O'Leary nearly with a goal of the year candidate there as that puck deflected into the neutral zone. Latovsky settles it, and for O'Leary, and now Ramos breaks in. Ramos trying to get toward the front of the net, but Halpern in the way, and he'll skate this out. We now are back to 4-on-4 hockey as Grebin's out of the box. The man that started it all, it'll be O'Leary to pick up behind his net. He reverses over, but it's going to be Tenenbaum picking it up first, trying to carry it in farther toward the front of the net. Swiped farther, it hit a man in front, and this is Klocek with the puck. Near corner fires in. Good save by Weiss. Might not have looked like it from this camera angle, but I'm not sure he was able to see that as Halpern was skating right through the slot, and not only did he make the save, but Alec, as a defender, you know, no rebound. You always like to see that.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, 45 seconds left to go in this 4-on-4. 4:05 left to go in this first period. And the intensity picking up just a little bit here as the Stars try to win that forward. They can't get past the blue line. Halpern throws it to some open ice. picked up by Keyworth, spun back down by Samosi, and then dumped in. And Weiss will do the smart thing here, just cover up by another faceoff, let his team get set up with 33 left to go of 4-on-4 hockey. Alec, these guys, all 8 of them have been on the ice for a little while now. Do you ever signal to the bench and say you want to come off, or would you take a 7-minute shift if you could?
I like as much ice time as I can get, especially when it's on special teams.
Well, this is the Stars breaking in. Rosick, tight angle. He'll carry it all the way around, trying to spin it in front. North Park had a good sense of what he was going to do there, and so the Stars have to reset in the neutral zone. 13 seconds left to go of this 4-on-4, and then a very abbreviated Stars power play, but it's Speaker sticking it aside. Puck comes all the way through the blue paint, and it was Samosi preventing the shot into an open net there as he had gotten his stick across. Samosi now with the puck once more, tries the give and go, finds Keyworth, shot in, and scored. Well, a totally broken play there. North Park thought about going for a change. Instead, Samosi, a give and go with Keyworth, who picked up the puck, tight angle shot from the dot on the far side, drifted just a little bit lower on the dot, and he was able to find the back of the net to reestablish the North Park lead. Well, a 5-second power play here, 5-on-4 for the Stars, and look for them to fire forward if they can get possession off this faceoff. Instead, it's Meyerowicz carrying it into the offensive zone, and a little bit of jeering from the crowd there as Meyerowicz went down. Not sure whether it was the North Park fans calling for a penalty or the Stars fans preemptively upset that one might be called with our 4 officials here. In any event, all's well that ends well, because it's 5-on-5 here. North Park trying to get something toward the front of the blue paint, but instead it was O'Leary able to clear out that crease area, and now Bizarro carries it forward. Bizarro on the puck in the far corner, works it over to the near side. Looks like he was looking for Gorloff, who had pushed it just a bit farther. Dumped in now by Tanoff. Out of his cage is Weiss with just under 150 seconds left to go in this first period. And it's the Stars on the breakout. Near side of the ice, carried farther, bank pass for Bolognic. Bolognic picks it up with speed. He turns in the corner, and North Park looks to take over through Finkelstein. Meyerowicz touches it farther there, and it'll be picked up. Bouncing puck settled by Gorloff. He's got O'Leary back, goes point to point there for him. O'Leary settles things down, flips it up. A nice backhand sauce to the far side. Grebin keeps the zone, dumps in. Weiss out of his cage to settle the puck. North Park finishing their change as the Stars pick this up with under 2 minutes left to play in the first.
Weiss is doing a really nice job stopping the puck behind the net with all these dump-ins.
The dump and chase game for North Park not working as well right now because Johnny Weiss is preventing North Park from getting to those end-board pucks. It's Meyerowicz for Grebin. Fired in, fought off there by Weiss. It was a headhunter, and he was able to get enough of it. It's now Keyworth trying to come across the zone. North Park has to retreat to the neutral zone to settle it down. North Park captain into the offensive end, but Meyerowicz still clearing the zone, complaining to the officials he was held up. But as he knows, that's not how offside works, so always arguing for the next one are the players. They're not going to convince the officials to change the call on the ice. 1:23 left to go in the first. This will be Keyworth at the dot for North Park. Gitman, his counterpart in navy blue. Worked forward there by Samosi, and he'll dump into the near corner. Druda fires on that puck, able to spin it around to the far side of the ice. Isikoff there for support. It's going to come all the way back to Ramos, and he'll skate it to the near side where he finds Davios. Nice breakout there by the Stars. They work it up to the blue line. Gitman able to sweep it farther, picked up by Isikoff, and he's got Davios streaming toward the net, and the puck gets held up in that far corner. Under a minute left to play here as Halpern tries to cycle that puck, and now the jam shot doesn't connect because Speaker gets down in a hurry. Puck still in the North Park zone, and then the home team able to clear it. Ramos retreats to pick up. All the way across go the Stars. They'll go point to point once more, and then play a little pitch and catch in their zone, and they're doing it well right now. Man, but here's Grebin nearly picking off a pass. He kicks it to the end boards. That one was hot to handle for everybody, and so it'll be Isikoff with 25 seconds left to go in this period, skating it across the logo. It's still Isikoff, who's got himself a set of mitts out there. If he gets some ice. He'll take it, and he'll take the shot. Gitman tries to filter it farther. Instead, North Park throws it up to the point, nearly held in by O'Leary. It was a vital clearance, though, for the home team. Stars trying to get one more shot off, but that's going to do it for the first period. It goes all the way down. The same time as the buzzer goes. After one, it's North Park 2, the Stars 1. Stick around. We're going to put 15 on the board, switch sides, but more importantly, we're going to have Mr. O'Day up here with us for at least 15 more minutes. This is Midnight Sports.
All done. It's time to sit on down on the couch. She's earned it. That's right. It's Midnight Sports. Your grandma loves to watch.
All right, 15 on the board. This is the period of the long change for the teams, which means they've switched sides, but they haven't switched benches. And so, as Alec can tell you, you're going to want to get pucks deep when it's time to make a change, because otherwise you can get odd man rushes in the other direction with no chance of catching up. All right, Alec, what do you want to see from the Stars in the opening couple of minutes of this second period?
I mean, I thought for the most part that was a pretty decent first period, except for that second goal, which kind of just strange. I think just keep getting it deep, keep getting pucks on net, and look for rebounds, because that's how they scored.
Well, this is Grebin picking up that block shot. Weiss gets a glove to it and sends it up into the netting. And so just 11 seconds into this second period, North Park taking your advice on getting pucks to the net, but you'd expect Coach O'Brien has said the same thing at his bench about getting traffic and pucks to the front of the net. Fired in once more. Weiss fights that off with the face mask as that puck flutters all the way to the end boards. Tenenbaum cycles for Grebin. Look out, it was a nice pass in front, but an even better stick by Gorloff to cut out the shot attempt, and now it's Tenenbaum trying to fire on that puck. He gets help from Grebin there as Bolonik and Gorloff combine to work the puck to the far side of the ice. Soft pass up, and nice. What a breakout by the Stars. It's Latovsky in a 2-on-1 with man. O'Leary, and Tenenbaum on the back check, able to just ice that puck as North Park nearly giving up a 2-on-1 there. Anytime you see Latovsky's nameplate headed toward the opposing goal, you just expect a number to change up there on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he's been a real difference maker so far in the few amount of games that he has played.
Well, this will be Rosick against Keyworth at the face-off circle there. Keyworth works it back for Klocek, but it's Bergman all over him to keep that puck on a Stars stick. Reaching for it was Samosi. Look out, shot comes in. It never reached the goal, and that was cleaned up in front by Halpern because Russo was right on top of it and ready to put that home.
Isakov's playing D here for the Stars.
That's a good catch out there. Paul takes over as a defensive pair out there, at least for this group of 5 on the ice. We'll keep our eye on it. That's the kind of insight that you can only get with 22 in the broadcast booth with you. This is Halpern now gaining the line. He'll dump it on net and just settled there by Weiss as North Park makes a defensive pairing change. It looks like Farrow right over the boards and called into action immediately. Tries to send it over toward Halpern. It hits his skate, kept in there by Bergman.
Oh,
in
what a
front,
pass.
Speaker gets a glove on it, spilled wide, and it sure was. What a pretty play there by the Stars. It's Grebin gaining the line. He'll dump on in. Ramos will turn for it. As Alec told you, Isikoff out there as Ramos' defensive pair right now. It's a diagonal pass where Russo finds Bergman all the way across his tan-off to throw that toward the corner. And it's the Stars whipping it on net. Speaker sends it to the end boards, and now Grebin tries to settle it on the backhand. He's able to filter it up through the neutral zone. 2-on-3 for North Park here, as the Stars have done well to get back. It's North Park dumping it in on a delayed offside, but trying to make O'Leary turn to just buy a little time to get back. It's O'Leary over for Rosick. Rosick tries the long diagonal pass, but the Ice Monster had other ideas, and now it's Grebin dumping in for Tenenbaum. Sweeney out there, able to try to keep that puck in the zone. Grebin does the rest. Bouncing puck up to the blue line, and the Stars clear the zone. It's a little bit of ping pong out here. It'll be the Stars, though.
Yeah, O'Leary's going to the box, I think.
Going to the box. Looks like it was just a frustration deal. Not sure he made the initial contact, Alec, excuse me, as I was thinking about Alan Latovsky. Not sure he made the initial contact, but you're the one who's played many more minutes in the last 3 decades than I have. As you know, it's often the retaliatory action that gets called. You would never bait somebody into trying to hit you for a penalty, would you?
Of course not.
Well, the next time Alec does, it'll be the first time. In any event, it's the Stars trying to get that puck up and out of the zone, kept in there momentarily by Grebin, but it is the Stars eventually able to clear, so Tenenbaum all the way back as Bizarro is the forward up on the forecheck for this penalty kill. 1:43 left to go for the Stars. Down a man, it's Keyworth entering the zone with the puck, shepherds it back to Halpern. Halpern all the way across the blue line where he finds Tenenbaum. Back across, one-timer, shot wide. Keyworth didn't get all of it there.
Nothing wrong with his stick. He's checking his stick. It's nothing wrong with it. He just completely fanned on it.
This will be Tenenbaum now working it up to Halpern. And Keyworth has that puck back. The bumper shot in by Grebin there. Missed high and wide. Stars through Ramos trying to get that puck chopped off the twine. So, Alec, you were saying sometimes you check the twig as
I do that too. It's,
more excuse than anything else.
yeah.
So I should stop blaming my driver on the golf course? It's not the driver's fault?
Sometimes it is.
This is North Park trying to keep the puck in the zone. It's Keyworth back on it. He's going to rack it all the way around to the near side for Halpern at the near point. Halpern surveys his options, finds Tenenbaum, who's got a little bit of space there, firing in, and you could hear the chest protector save from up here. Ensuing shot, gloved and frozen by Weiss, who, Alec, you have to say is having himself a nice game here.
Yeah, doesn't have a jersey, but he's got a nice glove, so.
Well, as between the two, for a goaltender, you'd probably want him to have the glove and not the jersey.
Yes.
Looks like Gorloff off the ice here for a second. Faceoff's going to come all the way out. Must have been North Park that pushed the post off its moorings there, and so we're going to get a neutral zone drop with 53 seconds left to go on the man advantage for the home team. It's Keyworth collecting the puck, working it back toward Halpern, who settles things down, carries all the way into the zone at the near half wall. Halpern finds Keyworth. Keyworth works it just a bit deeper. Jam shot by Meyerowicz, rejected by Weiss. That is off once more. And Alec, as you know, Johnny does like to use the posts on his push-off.
Yeah, he knocks the net off a lot.
Some goaltenders, when they get in the RVH, will put the toe pad and hook that onto the post, and other goaltenders will like to put the skate blade on the post itself. What did you do when you were
I didn't do the skate blade because I didn't have goalie skates, so I didn't want to ruin my blades.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's you'll end up spending some money at the sharpener if you use the post on the push-off. This one's going to go for an easy icing here against North Park, as they were looking for a home run pass with 18 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Instead, it'll be the Stars with an offensive zone drop. Well, 10:27 left to go in this middle frame. A lot of hockey here in front of us, as the Stars will roll Ramos and Izikov as the defenders. Latovsky and Bolonik getting ready to get back to 5-on-5 hockey here, but it's Speaker all the way across.
It's a nice save. Puck was loose, though.
It sure was loose, but Speaker able to buy himself a whistle. He acted like he had caught it in the equipment. Caught it up high on the dangler and shoulder area. Puck just flopped right to his left leg pad. He stayed very still, so either he was hiding from a T-Rex or he was trying to buy a whistle. This is now Stars controlling Izikov with those silky mitts we commented on before, able to work that puck down softly, but it is North Park breaking out on the far side of the ice. Samosi carries it forward. He dumps in and gives chase. Joined there by Finkelstein. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey here as Farrow keeps his own, throws it to the low slot, but a well-timed hit by Ramos separates Finkelstein from the puck. Now Izikov given a rough ride into the end boards, able to keep his feet, kick it over to this near side. Sweeney given that same rough ride, this time by Ramos. Puck comes all the way out of the Stars zone, and it'll be Tanoff with some speed. He's going to use the curved wall, but it's picked out by Bolonik, who stalks in, carries it all the way deep in the zone, and it's spun farther for North Park to pick up near side of the ice. Gorloff keeps the zone, looks to fire in, bouncing puck, finds Gorloff's stick again, tight angle shot. Speaker makes the save. That was a dangerous
There's the rebound again.
It was kicked out into the low slot. North Park first to it. And so the Stars doing exactly what you said, Alec, that they needed to do, which was get some shots on net and try and clean up the loose change. Grade A chance there. It was just North Park first to it. Now this will be Tenenbaum against Russo at the dot. Players backed out of the circle momentarily, and North Park will come away with it just to the near corner. Halpern turns there, watched by Rosick, and forced into an early pass. Keyworth had left the zone, hoping for a breakout pass. Instead, Stars able to hold the zone, but then Keyworth touches it past a man. Meyerowicz tries to return the pass. North Park needs to get back on side. No whistle coming, as that puck sat at the blue line long enough, but O'Leary controls. He's got Gorloff back with him, spins that all the way up the ice. It took a deflection, so there'll be no icing here, and it's 16-on-16 in that far corner. Klocek and Rosick, and now North Park takes a hit there. Going back to the box will be the Stars as Keyworth carries it forward. He was looking for Meyerowicz, far side of the ice. This will be touched up by the Stars. And so it was a tight call on this near side of the ice in the North Park zone. Alec, your thoughts on that?
I didn't really see it, so.
Well, it was a bang play for sure.
Yeah,
North
guess
Park
who?
had just released the puck, and Rosick's going to take the long skate on over. Penalty boxes here at Aviator across the rink from the benches, as you would see at a professional rink. There was a junior team here once upon a time, and so it checks out as to why the penalty boxes are on this side.
Fall off of Aviator has to be studied.
Well, folks, you get some color commentating and some business school case studies out here. Speaker's just going to have to cover this one as Bizarro first to it in front of the net. Speaker with a little bit of a dive afterwards, trying to sell Bizarro, who is in no mood to joke around after that. And so just 7 seconds gone on the man advantage for North Park, but a defensive zone draw upcoming for the home team. This is Bolonik and Bizarro for the Stars, backed up by O'Leary and Gorloff. Puck sits at the dot. Keyworth picks up, and he'll carry it behind his own net. Works that puck all the way up to Halpern. Halpern carries it across, finds Keyworth again. Keyworth up the right wing. North Park's broken in the zone, tight angle, shot filtered across the blue paint harmlessly. This will be Halpern to pick up all the way across for Tenenbaum. Watch there by Bizarro. Worked in just a bit deeper, but O'Leary's going to be first to it. Shovels it all the way around the near side. and strongly at that. A great clearance from 89 as Halpern has to go all the way back into his own end for the puck. Able to work it up to Grebin in the neutral zone, gets the return pass, does Keyworth, breaks into the offensive end, and then works it up to Tenenbaum, who has to stalk in and settle for Halpern. Halpern filters it right back down to Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum trying to set up something in the North Park offensive zone, finds Halpern, long shot from the slot, in front, touched home by North Park. Well, it was a bang-bang play there for North Park. It's Grebin who finds the loose change and tucks it home on the power play for North Park. But again, Johnny Weiss with a couple of fantastic saves in front. And
North Park got a penalty, though.
North Park will be going to the box here. It's Meyerwich to the box after the play. And so the goal is going to count here at Aviator, but it'll be the first Stars power play of the evening.
Stars really have to score here if they want to stay in this game.
Now the vaunted Stars power play over the boards. It's got Polonik, Latovsky, Pizarro, Ramos, and it looks like O'Leary as well. Nice to have a Swiss Army knife in Derek O'Leary out there, because not only can he play center or wing for you,
he's been eating up minutes on D.
Without a doubt. And so you have a responsibly minded forward as your fourth forward on the power play for the Stars. It's now Ramos, zone entry machine, number 27, all the way into the offensive zone. Flutters a pass for Pizarro, hits the crossbar. Oh boy, snapped one up and over the glove of Speaker, and only the iron able to prevent the goal. Speaker gives the crossbar a kiss.
He had Speaker completely beat there. That was a really good shot.
Well, 1:30 still left to go on the man advantage for the visitors. 6:59 left to go in the period. Clean win by the Stars there. Latovsky settles for Pizarro. Pizarro chips it over. O'Leary stalks in, has to circle for the puck. He'll dump in, and it's going to be picked up by Halpern after it hopped over a Stars stick. Halpern sold like he was going up weak side. Puck came back up strong side, and now the Stars in the slot all the way across. Speaker able to guide that to the far corner. Pizarro picks it up at the far half wall. Puck up to Latovsky as the power play quarterback. It's O'Leary firing just a bit high and wide. It hits the glass, goes on out. Should be an offensive zone draw for the Stars with 1 minute even on the man advantage. Well, Alec, you have to like what you see from this five on the ice right now.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good power play so far.
A crossbar and a clean shot from about 10 feet away thus far.
Same group staying out there.
And this is Tenenbaum back to Klocek, but O'Leary able to pinch in, keeps the zone for a moment until the puck hops over a stick. So Latovsky all the way back to his blue line for it. Able to reverse over to O'Leary, pushed back just for a moment by the goal scorer in Grebin. But it's O'Leary entering the zone with some space on that far side. Flips it up, and it's Pizarro trying to find Latovsky. He does, but it's touched off a stick, and now Grebin in full flight into the offensive end. Toe drag, shot in. Weiss fires a big leg pad out, and that time it was Weiss who was hoping that puck would go wide of the cage, and it did. And now we're going to get a call here, as it will be the Stars going to the box. And it's O'Leary taking that skate on over after the penalty killing shorty chance by North Park was touched just wide. Now 4-on-4 hockey for the next 20 seconds, and then assuming no more paperwork here at Aviator, a minute and 40-second man advantage for North Park. But Alec, as you commented earlier, a lot of ice out there when it's 4-on-4.
Yeah, absolutely. And really fast guy, Bergman, on the ice. So
already sprinting up the right wing there, and it's a 2-on-1 developing. Farrow stays in the slot. Speaker gets down. It was Ramos who was trying to beat him 5-hole there. Ramos picks up the puck once more. Just 5 seconds left to go, 4-on-4 here as the Stars control in the offensive end. Izakov walks the blue line, shuffles over for Ramos. Tight angle shot. Speaker spilled that off the glove but coming all the way across was Tanoff, and now it's Meyerowicz out of the box in a break. Meyerowicz on the forehand, stopped by Weiss, and then shuffled aside on the stick. It's Meyerowicz trying to find Tenenbaum on that far side. He was watched wide there by Gitnick. North Park resets all the way up to Halpern, who walks the blue line and then sends it right back down for Tenenbaum. Tenenbaum spins, finds Halpern at the top of the slot, all the way across. Meyerowicz one-timer, couldn't get most of it, and so the Stars able to send that off the glass into the rafters with 1:02 left to go on the man advantage for North Park. Well, Alec, you were right on top of that. Speaker able to make a glove save. You can put saves in air quotes because that puck settled down at the near post quite nicely. But it was North Park able to get a stick in the way to prevent the scoring chance. Interesting to see Isakov on the power PK here, because not normally a defenseman. He's got nice hands, he's a good puck mover, but I don't know, sometimes question his physicality. Well, you've got to wonder perhaps if it is to try and generate some offense on special teams, or maybe just to rest the players who would normally be on that PK. As you said, of course, with you being out and Kocher being out in this game, sometimes you got to get creative. That puck touched in on Weiss, and he jumps on top of it immediately. Yeah, no Viscoso either, so. That's exactly right. And so the D-core here for the Stars is out several of the folks that you would have expected to be on the four-man team of skaters. This will be Keyworth at the dot. Stars win that through Lutovsky, fired up toward Halpern. He's able to keep the zone, but not for long, as Bizarro now in full flight. On the shorthanded nice stick chance, it was a poke check by Tenenbaum, who was able to pull it off. 00's stick, he gets the return pass. He has to wait, maybe just one more rush here for North Park as they get the puck up to the neutral zone. It's Keyworth in a 3-on-2 here. Meyerowicz toward the back post, fired across. That was what they were looking for. Touch farther, the puck is still loose. Fired up and hits a man in front. Still on a North Park stick. 5-on-5 hockey here as the Stars totally sold out there to prevent the shot from going in the back of the net. It stays in the zone. Keyworth across for Halpern. But now we get a call, and we'll see. It was North Park touching it. Looks like it's going to go down as a too many men, perhaps. You always know when the officials are counting players on the ice, you get the old swirly into the palm for too many men on the ice, and so a self-inflicted wound here for the home team as they try to decide who to send both out onto the ice and over to the penalty box. This will be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Stars. 3:34 left to play in this second period. Now some discussion, perhaps not too many men on the ice. We'll see. The whistle went, but it went long after North Park had touched the puck. We don't have a gesture just yet. Meyerowicz. It'll be Meyerowicz to the box, but no penalty gesture as to what the call is. And of course, the Stars don't care, nor does North Park. It's the same 5-on-4 regardless. It's fired in on Speaker, snaps the pads down, makes the save. Puck still loose. This time sent up to the blue line, but not out. It was a crucial keep there, fired off the bar again, straight back out, and that's how you know it was a square strike. Samosi able to chip that on up. How many posts is that now? That's 2 crossbars at least, and so it'll be O'Leary all the way back to his own end to pick up. Samosi and Finkelstein on the forecheck. O'Leary finds Rosick. Rosick with speed toward the slot. Rosick on the forehand, sticks to the corner by Speaker. Rosick works it up to O'Leary, top of the slot. O'Leary shuffles it on over for Lutovsky. Lutovsky buzzing right now, walks the blue line, tries to interchange there, works it over for Bizarro. Tight angle, Bizarro on the puck. Oh man. It's off a North Park defender in front and into the back of the net. He's looking for Lutovsky there, but he got a lucky bounce. Well, that went off a North Park skate, counted as an own goal, but it counts the same on the board. And so it's a power play goal for the Stars. And we'll go ahead and give him the old goal horn. Because we got a 3-2 hockey game now. 2:48 left to go in this second period. And the ensuing face-off will be Gitman and Tenenbaum as O'Leary controls right in front of the North Park bench. It's O'Leary getting the puck back, skating across the logo, and now O'Leary with some speed into the offensive end. Still O'Leary all the way across. Back post was open, but no clear passing lane there as that puck bounces, and it's Speaker kicking it aside. Hard to handle for a netminder, as you know, Alex. That bouncing puck, that bouncing puck now corralled by Tenenbaum all the way in. Talking too fast as Alec O'Day here just waits to make a comment on the Stars in their defensive zone. It sure does. Honestly, more insightful than 90% of the stuff I say up here. And so it is Grebin all the way across. He was looking for Samosi, but O'Leary controls at his blue line. Under 2 left to go in the second. Stars on the break-in. It'll be picked up by Klocek. Klocek all the way around to the near side. Russo able to dump it in farther. Puck sits there on Keyworth's stick. He's ridden to the end boards by Gitman. Keyworth kicks it to himself and then finds Halpern, who can break out. Halpern up to Keyworth. He's got Grebin up the left wing. Keyworth takes it toward the net himself. Goes around Gorloff for a moment, but Steph Gorloff gets in perfect position to spin Keyworth and work that puck back to Russo. And it'll be the Stars getting it up and out. Tanoff across, but it was Bergman keeping the puck in the zone on a Stars change. North Park has to collect. Ramos swipes it in right at the blue line. Now thrown in front, and it'll be Halpern to pick up after that puck went off a skate in the blue paint. Sent all the way up and down by North Park. 63 seconds left to go. Very quick up there. It's going to roll in on Speaker. He comes out. He makes the save. Puck's still loose. Speaker gets back to his cage. Speaker was about as far out as you can get without getting checked, but now it's Tenenbaum in. That puck was deflected by Ramos toward the side of the cage. Finkelstein on it behind the net. Throws it in on the backhand, and Weiss has seen enough. Covers it up with 40.2.
It's a really big block from Ramos there.
It was Tenenbaum who was streaking toward that low slot, and Ramos gets skate and stick on it to send it wide. Alec, as you know, as a goaltender, when someone comes into the slot like that, they can pick any spot they want in the net. That one hits a bar, goes up into the netting. All right, Bars 2-1 for the Stars right now, and as we all know, that is the tiebreaker here today.
I don't think we've seen Vigliotti return to the ice after that hit from Rojic in the first period.
Very good call. Have not called 88's name since the Rozic hit in the opening frame. Now the Stars nearly breaking out in a hurry, and instead they'll do it the old-fashioned way. Latovsky pushed just a bit wide. It's Farrow reaching for it, but he shoots and scores.
Great power move around the North Park defender, but Speaker's probably going to want that one back.
He most certainly wants that one back. Beating a goalie short side over the shoulder is invariably something a goaltender will tell you they never ever want to have happen. And with 23.8 seconds left to go in this middle frame, it hurts all the more for North Park. And so this will be Keyworth, Samosi, Klocek, Halpern, matched up against Belonik, Russo, O'Leary, Ramos, and Bergman. It's the Stars controlling, trying to work it forward. Keyworth gets the puck at the logo. He'll skate into the offensive end. It's Sweeney, out there, as that puck is filtered right back into the neutral zone. 9 seconds left to go. Sweeney
delayed penalty.
Tries to jam a man up there, but it's touched.
Oh, man.
Looked like by a high stick. And now Bergman's
got to be careful not to get another.
Yes. Just about half of the Stars skaters on the ice had come over to remind him of that very fact with 1.2.
Could have easily been a breakaway for Bergman if they hadn't blown the whistle, because North Park didn't have full possession. I'm not sure what the rule is, how you blow the whistle on a delayed penalty, where if it's possession or if it's just when you touch it. But
well, so it was a delayed high sticking call as well for playing the puck with a high stick, and North Park had just gotten a glance on the puck with a different player, and so it should be
Stars
the same
pulling
standard.
the goalie for 1.2 seconds here.
It's Crafty here by Coach O'Brien to try and get the shot off, but it was Samosi winning the face-off. And so it's all left to play for here from the Aviator Sports and Events Center in Marine Park, Brooklyn. We're going to put 15 on the board. We're going to ask Mr. O'Day to do it one more time with us. Here from Aviator, 15 to go, tied at threes. It's going to be the Stars on a power play when we return. This is Midnight Sports.
Youth Hockey on Midnight Sports is sponsored by Free Time. Remember just a few short weeks ago when it was summer and the sun, not hockey rink fluorescent lighting shone on your face? Your nights and weekends were spent watching movies you'd seen before and doing things like seeing friends and having a life of your own. Hockey practices, homework, and traffic were just hypotheticals and theoretical. Well, don't worry. You don't have to be miserable any longer. It's hockey season, so you don't have to worry about making plans or sleeping in. Instead, you can just focus on why the LIE is backed up at 8 in the morning, even though there's no accident or construction work. It's free time. Haven't you missed all of your scheduling decisions being made for you?
All right, as promised, 15 on the board, 1:59 left to go on the North Park penalty to Keyworth. And so the Stars with 2 unanswered goals right now, tying it up at 3, and a prime opportunity for the visitors to take their first lead of the day, Alec.
Yep, 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes, 1:59. Power play has looked pretty good so far. They've had a lot of good chances. They haven't scored, but a lot of good
they had
chances.
the one on the power play that went off the North Park skate.
Yeah, I mean,
and so, to your point, the Stars have not scored via their own stick, but they do technically have a power play goal here today. This is now the Stars through Litovsky, picking it up in their own end. Finkelstein on the forecheck. Nice drop pass there for O'Leary, who skates it up, sends it up the left wing. This should go for an icing. It doesn't, though, as it was Bolonic streaking in to try and wash out that icing, and he got his wish. And now it's Halpern sending it up and out of the zone. Litovsky will pick it back up at his own blue line. 1:22 left to go on the man advantage for the Stars. 14:20 left to go in this ball game. Rozic trying to come toward the side of the cage. Look out, he tries a Michigan, and he was rejected by Speaker and the post there. And now it will be North Park firing that all the way down.
I cannot tell you how frustrated that makes me.
Talk us through that a little bit, Alex.
I mean, so many better plays to do when you have possession in the other team's zone on the power play than to do a Michigan. Oh, man.
That's a pick off there by Grebin. He's in all alone on Weiss. He shoots. Weiss with a huge save. And then he picks up the puck. Well, that is a game changer right there in both directions, as Weiss able to pick up that puck after the huge save in front. And still 39 seconds left to go on the man advantage here. But Grebin all alone in front, and Johnny Weiss rises to the challenge and keeps this a 3-3 hockey game. That's Tenenbaum winning that forward on the penalty kill. Grebin shot out of a cannon there on the forecheck, but he'll have to get back in position as the Stars do have an extra skater on the ice, and they'll break forward here. All the way into the offensive end, all the way across they come. Speaker gets across. They're saying it's in. Well, there's some jousting in front now.
Oh, here we go.
Well, we'll see what happens here, but it looked like the puck had crossed the end line. And they had called it a good goal, so we'll see.
Did they call it a goal?
Well, there was a point.
I mean, it's certainly a grade A chance for the Stars.
There was a point toward the net, you know, universal goal symbol there, but there was also jousting. Yeah, they're calling it a goal. And so
Is that Biz again?
it could be. Not sure what the discussion was behind the net, but it's a power play goal for the Stars, and then they'll take one from each team for the after action, and so that's officially a Stars goal. Well, it should be 5-on-5 hockey here. After a fashion, we'll see.
Speaker's upset.
Not sure what the objection is, although Coach Rayner now calling the officials over for an explanation as to what happened. Speaker may feel like he had frozen the puck under the pads and then got it pushed in. But there are 1,000 goaltenders with 1,000 explanations as to why it shouldn't count as a good goal. And Alec, as you know, they don't send these to Toronto for review. Now you can see it here on the replay. Speaker had gotten across, and he had acted like he had covered up the puck. It was the after action, I think, in fact, that Speaker was mad about. Well, we're getting some reporting from our sideline reporters down at the end line saying the puck actually had not crossed when the whistle went and it was pushed in. That said, I will say the sideline reporters, not totally unbiased, that is the goaltender's mother. In any event, she doesn't get any more of a say in it than Speaker does because the officials have put it up as a goal on the board. And so the officials with a shrug at the North Park bench. And Speaker feels aggrieved at the puck being pushed in after the whistle went. But the truth is, this is youth hockey, and after today, no one's going to remember how they were scored, just if they were scored. So 4-3 hockey game here with 13:20 left to go in the third period. And it's been 3 straight for the Stars. North Park looking for a way back. Tenenbaum against Gitman at the dot. Now this is Isikoff on defense, able to work that in. Tanoff to pick up at the near dot. Off the boards for Farrow. Farrow up for Tenenbaum, shovels it farther for Grebin, gets the return pass. Tenenbaum.
Nice back check by Davios.
All the way across. Davios had been hounding Tenenbaum there, fired on there by Samosi, who tries to step past a man, unable to do so, and that bouncing puck comes all the way out. Look out, 2-on-1 developing, but it was Tanoff, long reach, able to get that puck out of harm's way. Ramos picks up at the logo, tries to stalk forward, long reach by Grebin, separates him from the puck, but it's now the Stars happy to play a dump and chase game as North Park is looking up at them on the scoreboard. This is Tenenbaum on the puck. Settles it, sends it all the way across for Farrow, who tries to work it farther, but it's Bergman skating forward on it, gaining the zone, trying to fire it back, but it was a line change there for the Stars, and so Samosi finds Tenenbaum into the offensive end. He's 1-on-3 and just tries to carry the puck long enough for North Park to make a change.
Nice job by O'Leary, just not looking at the puck at all, taking his man all the way.
So Keyworth to pick up at his own blue line, and he works it up for Halpern. Halpern gains the line, dumps on in. It's North Park giving chase. Weiss, though, once again out of his net to stop the play, and now it's the Stars firing that all the way down. This one has to go for an icing, and does, with 11:52 left to go in the third. I'll walk us through that Davios back check a little bit. I think a lot of viewers would miss something like that, but it clearly had an effect.
Yeah, if he wasn't coming back that hard, it would have been a 3-on-2 for North Park. And you know, a lot more. You got a lot more space to do whatever you want when it's a 3-on-2 versus a 3-on-3.
Well, we've got Pizarro in a mini break here. He shoots just wide of the cage because Halpern was coming across to force the shot. And so Druda picks up that puck. He'll dump on in. Keyworth turns for it in the near defensive corner. Keyworth working that puck all the way up towards Sweeney, who settles it down. And on the forehand, he finds Meyerowicz in the neutral zone, and then it's Pizarro right back in the other direction. Pizarro into the offensive end, chipped off his stick, and it's settled by Russo, but Meyerowicz able to come into the offensive zone without possession there as the Stars collect. Russo all the way back to his end boards, works that puck into the neutral zone, and it was a good play there by Halpern to sell the icing, because surely he could have touched that puck in the neutral zone.
You ever get cold up here?
I mostly am cold in my life anymore. Just wait until you get older.
Can't wait.
It's happening every moment. I couldn't just resist that dad joke. I'm sorry. It's Tenenbaum now to take this face off. Don't turn the program off, folks. We can just put a graphic on every time O'Day's talking, and you can listen to him. All the way into the offensive zone is Bergman. Nearly finds Rosick there. The puck's still loose in front. Still on a Stars stick. And shepherded up to Isakov at the blue line. It's a shot blocked there, but collected by the Stars until Samosi. Samosi looking for Grebin into the offensive end. It was picked off expertly by Isakov, though, and thrown up into the netting for a stoppage in play with 10:39 left to go in this third period. It's going to be a neutral zone drop. Well, Isakov is the man who prevented what would have been a clean break there.
He's done a great job filling in on D thus far.
Well, hang on. We'll get that thought in a sec. All the way across was Farrow, but it's going to go down for a penalty as Rosick was tripped up. It's going to go for a cross check.
That's a pretty soft call, if you ask me. I mean, yeah.
Well, it's Tanoff. It looks like he's going to the box. I didn't see the cross check out there. Rosick was upended when Farrow came across to take the puck off of him. Did you see it?
I don't think that has to be called. I mean, Rosick's trying to toe drag to the middle. He loses the puck, but his body still goes, to the middle, and he's got the guy behind him back checking. He kind of just goes into him. There wasn't really any intent behind the cross check, so yeah, I mean, Stars will certainly take it. Power play has been great so far, and if they can get another goal here, that would be very huge.
Well, 2 power play goals on the day already, and truly the only time they've been unable to score on the power play is when they've taken a penalty themselves and abbreviated that power play here at Aviator. It's Pizarro at the dot. Clean win, but it's going to roll all the way to Klocek, who fires that up, but
nice
Rosick pulls it out of the air on his stick until Finkelstein eventually able to clear the zone. Puck rolls to Pizarro, who is right back on his horse. He's got to wait for a moment. Good call by O'Day there. As he looked across the ice, saw Balonik. Speaker just snaps the leather out, buys himself a freeze. And this will be a face-off here in the defensive zone for North Park. Grebin, Finkelstein, Halpern, Klocek, Balonik, Pizarro, Latovsky, O'Leary, and Rosick. Stars win that faceoff back to Latovsky, but just out of his reach, and so they'll have to reset with 10 minutes left to go. It's Grebin firing in from distance. That puck fought off by Weiss, and now Halpern all the way in, deep in the offensive zone. He's just got to release it there and get back, but instead shuffles it up to Finkelstein. It's North Park who's down a man, and this is what you worry about here is Klocek all the way across, able to jam it up and get it out of the zone. It was North Park who understandably pressing for a goal, down a goal here, but now it's O'Leary working that puck deeper, side of the cage. It's Rosick, he hits a post, and now it's North Park working that puck up and out. It was Rosick trying to go short side on Speaker. It looked like that time Speaker had it covered.
Nice job by Weiss playing it up as North Park was going for a change.
Very quick up there, and the jam attempt comes in. Speaker gets down, makes the save, sent out by Keyworth. And so Samosi pulls it off the boards, carries it forward. 35 seconds left to go on the Stars' man advantage. Stalking in was Meyerowicz, but instead Stars alert to the danger there, and they'll settle things down. Just under 9 minutes left to play in this third period. As Russo dumps on in, that one's on speaker, and so he'll just cover up and say hi to Ryan Bolonic as he skates by with 19 seconds left to go on the Stars power play. All right, Alec, 8:46 left to go in the third period here. You're Coach O'Brien. What are you telling everyone?
I find on that power play in particular, Stars were a little lackadaisical with the way they were handling the puck. So, there we go.
It's a power play goal for the Stars. They did exactly what you said. It was a shot that came in and was stopped in front by a North Park defender, fell immediately to a Stars stick.
Great job by the Stars creating traffic in front of the net.
And so all of a sudden, it's a 5-3 hockey game. And so it's the Stars with a 2-goal lead. And they say it's the most dangerous lead in hockey. It certainly was for North Park. But the Stars on the season have been pretty good at seeing out leads like this. Don't want to say too much, not trying to commentators curse anything here, as there is still a lot of hockey left to play. Straight on that is Bergman, slap her in, fought off by Speaker, and now it's the Stars trying to get on that puck, but instead North Park through Halpern coming away with it. He finds Tenenbaum. It's a hit.
Bergman's got to keep his hands down on hits like that.
That one looked like it could have been slightly high, but the officials have been trying to let some of this go, as North Park certainly equally guilty. We're getting a couple of complaints from the OG Midnight Sportsman on the camera here tonight, letting us know it's cold, so he is in the O'Day camp of it's a little chilly up in the balcony. Anyways, North Park, clean win. Klocek throws that all the way around. It's Keyworth picking that puck up on the zone exit. Curls toward the slot. Keyworth still on the puck. Sends it back for Tenenbaum. Shot and scored. Well, that was a set play from North Park on the face-off win.
Just clobbering it around the boards and flying out of the zone. And then it was Isakov on D, not normally on D, not really a great gap.
Yeah, it looked like he had tracked with Keyworth toward the slot there on the replay. Keyworth able to just change direction, send it back to Tenenbaum. And there was no doubt about the shot, and so we're back to a 1-goal game here at Aviator as Klocek throws that over toward Halpern. Halpern on up, touched farther there. Oh, it goes for an icing, and the North Park bench disagrees vehemently as that puck looked to have touched a skate. But again, if you haven't learned the lesson by now, you're not going to learn it. Viewers at home, the only opinions that matter are the ones coming from the men wearing stripes. And certainly ladies too, but just 4 guys out there tonight. In any event, it's Klocek guiding that toward Halpern in the corner. Grebin tries to pull it off the boards to get the zone exit, but Litovsky, stronger on the stick, throws it in just a bit deeper until North Park touches it out. Grebin, 2-on-2 with Samosi. Back is Gorloff and O'Leary, thrown toward the slot. Collected by Halpern, far side, fired in on Weiss. He's able to shrug that aside. Puck still in front, still loose. Rolls to Bizarro. Bizarro's got to stick around his midsection, but this will be Litovsky on Speaker, who able to make the save with his glove. Shows it to Bizarro, and they'll talk to each other and then laugh it off with 7:11 left to go. So Speaker with a breakaway save there. And it'll be a defensive zone draw.
If there's a female linesman, would it be called a lineswoman? Probably.
If a linesman blows his or her whistle in the forest, does anyone hear it? O'Leary fires in. That's shrugged aside by Speaker. And then he gets post to post and kicks the net off as he gets post to post to make the save. And so we get a stoppage in play. And maybe we'll put together a Deep Thoughts by Alec O'Day section to our broadcast because he's just coming out with banger after banger.
That's what I do.
All right, this is Tenenbaum against Rousseau at the dot. Players break in a little too early. The official does not eject anyone. And so it's Farrow firing on that North Park win. Touches it to himself. And on the zone exit, looks for Meyerowicz, who bats it farther. O'Leary to pick up. It's Keyworth on the forecheck. O'Leary behind his net. And now sets up the zone breakout. Cross is Tenenbaum as the Stars in front of their own bench. Washed out, but able to touch the puck far. And it's a 3-on-2 all the way across. That puck goes. Russo to pick up in the near corner. Pushed off the puck momentarily, but keeps his skates. Puck rolls to Tenenbaum, who finds Farrow. A big collision there. Bergman
just popped Rozic right in the head.
And that's a tough one, but the Stars recollect through Russo and break in. It was the back-checking Tenenbaum who tucks it into his own zone. And now the Stars trying to pull that off the boards. They do all the way in front. Look out! It was Bergman who couldn't settle that puck down in time to pull the trigger. The net was gaping, but it's Meyerowicz carrying it forward now. He's got Keyworth with him. North Park trying to make a change. Gorloff stands him up.
Taking the body.
And it'll be the Stars throwing it all the way down for an icing, but with 6 even and a goal lead, they don't care. All right, clarification from the production truck here. It is the equipment that is freezing, not MKSOG, and so our apologies. Please don't sue our own company for defamation. This is Grebin at the dot against Bolognic. Bolognic clean win. Ramos to pick up at the near corner. We'll use body position to try and jam up the puck there as Bizarro filters it up and out of the zone. And it was Bolognic touching it forward for Lutovsky. Halpern mans the slot. Trailing pass finds Samosi, who will come back in the other direction. He finds Grebin. 3-on-2 here for North Park. Grebin into the offensive end. Grebin still on the puck. Fires it forward. Nearly touched home by Samosi. Instead, we're going to get a call. Looks like the net came off its moorings once more. And so with 5:31 left to go in the third, it's an offensive zone draw for North Park. Now it's Finkelstein, Halpern, Samosi, Grebin, Klocek, and it'll be Bolognic on the other side. North Park tries to shoot that in. It goes high over the cage. Finkelstein trying to keep Izakov from getting to that puck, but get to the puck he does, so Klocek back to the logo, fires it forward. Fluttering puck finds Finkelstein, gains the line and dumps in. Izakov and Ramos turn. Grebin near the puck at the end boards too. He gets to it on the forehand, throws it out front. Samosi tries to get it out of his skates. Instead, it'll be the Stars working up to the blue line, but no farther. Samosi back on the puck, throws it all the way across. He's got Finkelstein on the far side, works it up to Halpern. Halpern on the puck, he'll skate in with it. He carries it deep on the forehand, shoots it up. It was fought off by Weiss. Ends up in front of the net, but cleared by the Stars. And now Grebin on the puck, tries to cycle it toward the net front and find Finkelstein, who finds Ramos instead. Puck sits in that near corner. And it's pulled off the boards by Grebin all the way across. Sends it there, and it's shot high by North Park. Klocek able to pinch in and keep the zone. Samosi firing on the puck in that near corner. Bumped off by Izakov. Samosi right back on it.
Good offensive zone time for North Park here.
Samosi trying to curl with it and find a trailer, but it was touched nicely by Lutovsky out of danger. Still in the offensive end here momentarily, but it's Lutovsky in a 2-on-1 as North Park had gone for a change. Bolognic there stops, and it's just tucked in.
Man, that is a really bad change by North Park there. The defense, I think it was the defenseman, just went off. And it would have been a 2-on-2 instead of a 2-on-1, so.
Well, it turns into a 6-4 hockey game here with 4:07 left to go. And you got to give credit to the Stars, though. Yeah. A 2-on-1's not a guaranteed goal.
Great patience by Bolognic.
He really did wait and wait and wait. Speaker refused to go down, but he saw the passing lane and he took it.
Yeah, he's one of the better passers on the ice.
It was almost like the play was in slow motion, but as soon as it hit Lutovsky's stick, there was only one place it was going to end up, and that is the back of the net. And so the Stars able to dump in and just feel a little more comfortable in this one as that puck flutters out toward the slot.
Whoa.
It's the Stars now
Jesus.
with the puck in tight, Speaker all the way across and trying to get back around. Now the net off its moorings. And so we'll get a stoppage and some more conversation as to who might have the best pizza in New York City in front of the North Park net. Alec, how about you? You go for a slice. What do you like?
I don't know. Maybe just Papa John's.
Papa John's. Oh, boy, oh, boy. All right, well, we got to get O'Day a slice of pizza.
Not a big pizza guy, to be honest.
Well, if you're eating Papa John's, that's probably why.
Yeah.
All right, this is Tenenbaum at the near dot. North Park down 2. Stars trying to see this one out with 3.5 left to go. It's Keyworth, far side of the ice. He collects there, works it up to Meyerowicz. Meyerowicz carries into the offensive zone. He's able to bat it farther. The Stars all over it until Tenenbaum tries to lift Gitman up off the ice to separate him from the puck. It's now Keyworth with the puck at the end boards, but we're going to get a call here. We'll see who's going to the box. Looked like it was a roughing gesture.
O'Leary again.
Looks like it is O'Leary taking that skate. No, he turns for a moment. And now they'll pull Gitman. And it looks like it was a retaliatory penalty as Tenenbaum had separated him by working him up the glass. But it's Gitman who gets the paperwork done. And so with 3:16 left to go in the third, just a hint of daylight here for North Park. But they desperately need to score on this man advantage to have a way back in. It's Halpern, Tenenbaum, Meyerowicz, Keyworth, and Grebin as the power play unit for the home team. Fired up to the point. And that
might have been offside.
Well, they waved it at the last minute, but it's going to be Bergman all the way into the offensive zone all alone, and then pulled off his stick by Halpern, who can skate this up and out. It looked offside to me for sure, but it's the Stars picking off a neutral zone pass and skating forward. They'll fire in wide of the cage.
Speaker is going to be looking for the bench.
He sure is with 2:47 left to go. Wouldn't be surprised to see them pull him while on the man advantage here to try
I'd pull him now.
Generate a 6-on-4 opportunity, but North Park can't get possession in the zone long enough to send him to the bench. And so still 1:15 left to go on the power play here for North Park as they try to carry that puck forward into the offensive end. Bench not gesturing at him. Content to let this power play unit try to set up shop in the offensive zone. Instead, though, this will be North Park working it forward to Tenenbaum in the neutral zone, and then it's hacked off a stick there. Bizarro first to it. He just carries it deep into the offensive end. Content to kill off some of this game in the offensive end. Now it's North Park, and what's a mini break all the way across is Ramos. He forced Grebin into the early shot, and Weiss able to glove that and freeze it. With 1:58 left to go, it's an offensive zone draw. Looks like some discussion here at the North Park bench. Certainly you'd expect a timeout at the very least to go over strategy, but perhaps they like the Stars penalty killers being fatigued. Now here we go. Here is the timeout. And so we'll take a little bit of break here. It's 1:58 left to go in this game, 42 seconds left to go on the man advantage for North Park. A break from the game action. But Alec, maybe you can tell me what is going on over at the Stars bench. Up 2 goals, down a man for 42 seconds, under 2 minutes left in the game.
Well, they know that North Park's going to be pulling Speaker soon, and considering they're on the PK, that means they're going to be able to send it down as many times as they want without getting an icing. So, yeah.
Well, that's exactly right. So one of my good friends, when I lived in Texas, played junior hockey and then played for the Texas Stars, which is the AAA team just outside Dallas. And he used to talk about how he loved being on the penalty kill when a team would pull the goalie, because on the penalty kill, you can't ice the puck. And so,
if only Viscosa were here, maybe he'd score.
well, I'm sure he would love to take a crack at it. As I've seen many times in Stars practice, if you need a man from your own end line to put one on target, Nico Viscoso is your man. All right, 1:58 left to play in this one from Aviator. 42 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Speaker already skating back toward the bench. 6 skaters out there for North Park. And so the net is officially empty for those in white sweaters. This is Tenenbaum at the dot. Stars win it forward, but not out. Keyworth settles it down. A lot of skaters out there in 6-on-5. Keyworth all the way across to Grebin, and it was Weiss who was able to chop that down.
Yeah,
it's a goal. Well, a lot of discussion afterwards, but the officials pointed at the goal. Stars bench does not like it.
Weiss certainly got a piece, but I think it squeaked through. It's a really good passing play by North Park.
Well, and that one, as you can see on the replay, Weiss able to chop it down with the left leg pad, but I think momentum just on the deflection off the leg pad perhaps carried that puck in, but now we're getting a conversation between the officials, and it looks like Gitman now going over to the box. Surely they did not just call another penalty on the Stars here. And it doesn't look like it. All right, Gitman had skated to the box, but it's going to be 5-on-5. Gitman back to the bench. And so it's a 6-5 hockey game right now, but an explanation being given by the referee to the Stars bench. Like, this is not dissimilar from the complaint that North Park had
Yeah, not
on
at all.
the Latovsky goal that turned this.
It's been a pretty entertaining game.
It
I have
sure
to say.
has. You know, we haven't run out of things to talk about. Well, we'll keep an eye on Speaker again. You'd expect him to go toward the bench if North Park can gain the offensive end here, but the Stars batting it forward. It was good stick work there by O'Leary to cut out the threat, North Park, with a soft pass in the neutral zone, but it's picked off by Bolognic. And so it'll be Halpern to pick up with 90 seconds left to go. He works that puck up. Speaker looks toward the bench. Now he's being told to get off. It was Keyworth hauled down there. No call, and the North Park bench cannot believe it. This one's going to come all the way down. Speaker lets that go for an icing. It's waved off, though, as Bizarro tries to jam it up in the corner. And this game just gets weirder as we play on. Latovsky bats that farther. Speaker's going to cover it. And we'll get a stoppage with 59 seconds left to go.
That was strange.
Well, Speaker had lifted his stick so it wouldn't go for an icing, but he was by the hash marks, or excuse me, so it would go for an icing, but he was by the hash marks, and so adjudged to be a skater out there. And so we still have 5-on-5 hockey, 59 seconds left to go. 6-5 hockey game here as Bizarro takes that face-off win, tries to work it in on Speaker, and now Grebin collects at the far point.
Back.
It's now Tenenbaum into the offensive end. Speaker out. North Park goes offside, and now we're going to get a call here.
Let's not do anything stupid here, fellas.
Well, where's the fun in that, Alec? So we'll see if North Park's going to be going to the box here as the whistle went. Perhaps it was just a secondary whistle to remind the players offside had already been called, but replay up on your screens. You'll see Tenenbaum carries it in. North Park had stalked in too soon. And so it is Tenenbaum to the box. And now, looks like we're going to get another one against North Park, and the Stars pleased with the call here as Ramos was also going to the box. And so we'll see if North Park gets a second penalty here.
Huh.
47.2, and the skater and player coming out from our color commentator here a little bit as he hears the players on the ice complaining about the calls. Well, I hope nobody had anywhere to be tonight
5-on-5, I think.
because there's still 47.2 left to go in this game. The gesture to the benches was 5-on-5. Speaker over the boards here. Interestingly, with 47.2, but it's a neutral zone drop, and that explains why Speaker's back on the ice. And now
Timeout.
the team skating to their own benches as the Stars consider calling a timeout. But still, waiting for Halpern to leave the ice, it looks like. Must have been an unsportsmanlike conduct call to send Halpern off. And with 47.2 seconds left, doesn't really matter what happens in terms of on-ice play. Halpern's not going to be allowed back on the ice because that is a 10-game minute call. All right, 6-5 hockey game here. Your guess is as good as ours as to exactly what is going to transpire, as the scorekeeper's looking for a little more information. That's why you heard the buzzer go. The officials will skate over. It's 5-on-5 hockey. The officials now getting impatient with the scorekeeper as well. And so this will be Meyerowicz at the dot. Puck dropped very early there, and it's Grebin carrying that in and cycling it deep.
Speaker to the bench.
Empty net here for North Park as that's fired in off a skate. Kluchek gets it back, fires it all the way across. Grebin just screening Weiss now. Finkelstein settles it at the near point, cycles it for Keyworth, who filters it lower to be picked up by Samosi. Samosi, body position, 23 seconds left to go. Kluchek has the puck at the point, works it to Samosi. North Park needs to fire this on net. Instead, it's sent all the way down for an icing.
Fanned on the puck there.
14.5 seconds left to go in this game. The Stars desperate to see it out with a defensive zone draw upcoming. Alec, you're right. This game has just had a little bit of everything. It might be New York's hottest new club. It's Meyerowicz at the dot going against Bolonik on that far side of the ice. As it's kicked up and then fired to the end board. Samosi tries to fire on it. It was Ramos clearing it, thrown in front, still loose, spinning. Shot just wide by North Park. 4 seconds left to go. Puck sits off the twine, and that's a Stars win. We've gone final here. A bit of a cross check to end this one. And we'll see if the players separate. Don't want to see any after action here on what would mar what was a tremendous game of hockey.
Absolutely.
And so, Alec, we've got to say thank you to you for joining us up here in the booth.
My pleasure.
You couldn't have picked a better one, and so thank you for doing it. And hopefully we'll have you again next time. But we've gone final here from Aviator. It's the New York Stars 6, North Park Hockey 5. And we'll see you next time tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. as North Park takes on New York City Cyclones. Until then, stay safe.